Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's expert webinar titled Natural Language Processing Introduction and Use Cases. Myself, Payal from Spring People, we are India's largest enterprise training provider. I will be your moderator for today's session. Today we have Mohan Raj Jagadisan, Spring People's technology evangelist, who has 11 plus years of experience in application design, development, and maintenance with deep expertise in Python, JavaScript, Corn shell scripting, and related technologies. With over a 3 plus years of onshore work experience in the UK, he has worked with MNCs like Tory Harris Business Solutions. Well known for his mentorship skills, he is highly sought after corporate trainer for Unix, Perl scripting, Ruby on Rails, Ruby programming, Excel VBA, and CSS3. In today's webinar, Mohan Raj will take you through the concept of NLP and some common terminologies used. He will also throw light to common use cases, that is the text summarization problem, where NLP can be leveraged to get proper summary of large reports, documents, and the text classification problem, which is sentiment analysis, where businesses can leverage NLP to gain insights from written reviews and gauge the customer sentiment. If you have any questions during the session, please type it in the chat box and they will be addressed by Mohan Raj after the presentation is over. Without further ado, let's start today's session. Over to you, Mohan.
Welcome everyone to the session NLP. Payal has given a brief introduction about me. So let's get to the agenda. In today's session, we are going to discuss about like what is introduction, that is what is AI and what is NLP, and what are the applications that has been used in NLP, and how we can use Python in NLP, and what are the different components of NLP, and one case study, which is nothing but text summarization. That is how we can summarize the text using NLTK module from Python. What is AI? So basically, like how are we learning? Okay, so how are human beings learning? So from our experience, right? So from our day-to-day experience, we are shaping ourselves. So similarly, systems will learn by itself by understanding the nature of data. Okay, so which is artificial intelligence. That is, can a machine think and behave like humans do? There is a science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computers. And artificial intelligence is a way of making a computer controlled robot or a software think intelligently in a similar manner the intelligent humans think. When we say hi to somebody, the other person can easily understand I am greeting somebody, right? But how the system will understand? Okay, so through its intelligence that we are creating by ourselves, that is nothing but artificial intelligence. So NLP is a sub part of artificial intelligence. So we have machine learning, we have deep learning. Okay, so deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and machine learning is a subset of AI. And NLP can be implemented using deep learning neural networks. All right. So now, yeah, necessity of learning AI. What are the advantages of learning AI? The first one is AI can learn through the data. So what we experience day to day in our life, that is nothing but data to us. Based on the experience, we are shaping ourselves. So we are, that is human beings makes mistakes, right? Human beings makes mistakes, but the same mistake should not be repeated by us. Okay, so we should learn. Okay, so we should learn from the mistake that what we are doing it. So similarly, so AI can learn through the data. So in our daily life, we deal with huge amount of data, and human brain cannot keep track of so much of data. That is the reason we are automating the things. For doing automation, we can use AI because it can learn from the data and can do the repetitive task with accuracy and obviously without tiredness, right? So accuracy is more important, right? Okay, so nobody is 100% is accurate. Okay, so even when we develop a model, when we develop an NLP model or a machine learning model or deep learning model, okay, so our model is not required to be 100% accurate. So we need the maximum accuracy. Let's say 98% accuracy should be fine. Okay, and what is the second point? It's AI can teach itself. So what do you mean by that? It is very necessary that a system should teach itself because the data itself keeps changing day to day. And the knowledge which is derived from such data must be updated constantly. So we can use AI to fulfill this purpose because an AI enabled system can teach itself. So data can be in any form of patterns. So what do you mean by pattern? Some Unix format basically, right? So it should understand the pattern. So based on the pattern, okay, it can teach itself. And AI can respond in real time. So it is very, so AI with the help of neural networks. Okay, so neural networks, um, so basically, let me go back to this. Let me talk about neural networks here. Yes, so this is an example of neural networks. Okay, so this is completely based on our neuron. What is a neuron? It's a brain cell. All right, so we'll be having the input layer, we'll be having the output layer. In between input and output, we'll be having n number of hidden layers. All right, so we'll talk about this later. So with the help of neural networks, it can analyze the data more deeply. Due to this capability, AI can think and respond to the situations which are based on the conditions in real time. For example, let me take a picture of a dog. I'm typing dog here and I'm getting all dog images. And let me see on puppy. Okay, and then I'm going to take one particular image. Now consider this particular image. Now I have only eyes over here. Okay, if I show this picture to you, see, now we have got this picture by searching as a dog, right? So now you can easily say it is a dog. But consider this picture is shown to you. And how will you manipulate this? So you will be manipulating it as either wolf or dog. Okay, so there will be minor differences, right? Okay, there will be similar characteristics. Okay, so based on the characteristic, this picture will be categorized as a dog. So it analyzes each and every pixel from the image. So now if you see this 900 by 603, that is 900 width and 603 height. Okay, width by height basically, right? So now if I say something, 900 by 603, how much? It's 5,42,700. So in order to analyze this particular picture, we have 5,42,700 data. So each and every pixel is a data here. Okay, so these images will be converted to numbers, into arrays. Okay, so that is nothing but tensors we used to say. All right. Right. So this is one of the application of AI, we can say. And AI achieves accuracy. So with the help of deep neural networks, AI can achieve tremendous accuracy. AI helps in the field of medicine to diagnose diseases such as cancer from the MRIs of patients. Okay, so if you have the report in MRI, report of MRI, right? So it can easily diagnose. Okay, and AI can organize data to get most out of it. So data is an intellectual property, right? So for the systems which are using self-learning algorithms. Okay, so we need AI to index and organize the data in a way that it always gives the best result. And the last need is understanding intelligence. So with the AI, we can build the smart systems. We need to understand the concept of intelligence so that our brain can construct another intelligent systems like itself. All right. Right. Now coming to NLP. What is NLP? Okay. What is NLP? So NLP is a thing, but it's a natural language processing. Okay. So it's a branch of AI that helps computers to understand, interpret, and manipulate the human language. Okay. For example, let me go to my mailbox. I'm just composing an email. Okay. So I'm going it over here and then I'm typing it. Good evening. Okay. Yeah. Let's say good evening. I'm just typing hope. Okay. So now you are seeing something over here. Okay. So it is giving me suggestion. So it is predicting, the machine is predicting what I will type next, right? So now you can see hope all is well. If I press tab, this will be populated. For example, now I'm changing it. I'm not typing all. I'm just typing you. Now you can see hope you are doing well. Okay. So depends on our input, the output is being predicted. And you can see in various places. For example, even if I over here, like if I type natural, okay, and you can see various suggestions over here. Natural dog food, natural images, disasters, resources, dog threats, something like that. Okay, and then if I type language, now you can see the prediction is keep on changing. This is called as information retrieval system, that is IR systems. Okay, so the suggestions are automatically retrieved, so it is not required for me to type each and every time, right? So I can just see this and then I can just see, take it out over here, natural language processing examples, something like this. Okay, so machine is able to understand what we are thinking, right? So there's a thing but NLP. Okay, right, and it bridges the gap between human communication and digital data. Yeah, and it's part of AI. Anyways, we have discussed that, and it is related to ML and neural networks. Okay, so it helps developers to organize and structure knowledge and to perform tasks like translation, summarization, named entity recognition, relationship extraction, speech recognition, topic segmentation, etc. So it's a way of computers to analyze, understand, and derive meaning from a human languages such as English, Spanish, Hindi, etc. Not only English, right? So we have so many languages in the world. That's, for example, if I go back over here, I can say something called language translator. These are all applications of NLP. Okay, let's say, yeah. See here, nothing is there. Detect language is empty now. Okay, as in when I type some text, hello, I'm typing it. Okay, and then now you can see English detected. Okay, and if I want to translate it, I can just from the drop down I can just select some other language over here, that is Japanese. And if I want to know how it can be pronounced, okay, so I can just say, right, I can also learn Japanese. Okay, so language is for communication, right? So if I want to work in Japan, okay, so I have to learn this particular language. So using this I can easily learn. So this is also part of NLP. Okay, hope you guys are clear so far. Right, components which builds NLP. So document is the input, dictionary and downstream applications. This is the application which is being used by this, and dictionary is nothing but the input to our model. Okay, and these are the components: sectionizer, tokenizer, POS tagger, chunker, negation detection, named entity detection, dependency parser, core reference parser, relationship parser. So what do you mean by those? The thing is, consider you are receiving a document. Okay, so see, if whenever you get an input for NLP, right, this is completely in unstructured format. For example, your Twitter data, movie reviews or some product reviews, and then we can say some Facebook or WhatsApp data. Okay, so if you want to analyze those particular data, right, so it's in unstructured format. See, what do you mean by structured format? That is, you can easily recognize the fields. For example, CSV file. If you take CSV files, if you take a spreadsheet, if you take JSON, okay, or if you take something like YAML files or XML files, those are all structured. So unstructured means it's like a passage. Okay, so one file can contain 100 lines, another can, sorry, another file can contain some 1,000 lines, another file can contain some 2,000 lines. Okay, so nowadays you are every everybody will be able to see the movie reviews, right? So somebody will write just 2 paragraphs of a particular movie, somebody will write one some 10 paragraphs on a particular movie. So it depends on each and every person on how they are interested in that particular movie, right? So now if we talk about this individual components, okay, so consider you have received a document, okay, from the external application. All right, so now what we have to do is we have to do some data cleaning. That is the very first step you have to do. Okay, data cleaning. So there will be so many noises in the data. Okay, so whenever you are retrieving the data from some external application, right, okay, so uh, you will receive with a noise. For example, consider you are asking some question to somebody. Okay, so let's say I'm asking you one question: what is your name? Okay, so there are some 3 persons. I'm asking you to 3 of you, what is your name? Person A is answering, my name is X. Person B is answering, I am X. Okay, and person C is answering, I just X. So my question is same to all 3 people, but answer which I am getting is entirely different. My name is X, I am X, and just X. So here I can easily understand, okay, what is the answer from the person, that is X. That's it, right? Okay, so I don't want my name is I am. Those are the stop words for me. So I can just remove those stop words. Okay, I can remove those stop words. Guys, are you able to hear me, everyone? Just ping anyone, please. Yeah, thank you, Anup, and yeah, thank you, guys, thank you. Yeah, so obviously I have received an answer. I have received an answer, the name. So I don't want those stop words, so I can just remove those. Okay, so that is nothing but the data cleaning. So removing unwanted words, or for example, and also we can say, like, if some document is null, okay, so we should not consider those document at all. So document here is nothing but data. Okay, if data contains nothing, right? So it's not required to consider that particular file at all. Okay, so and then the data processing starts. Okay, so first one we will be doing it tokenizer. So what do you mean by tokenizer? It's a process by which big quantity of text is divided into smaller parts. Consider you have a big paragraph. Okay, so machine will understand only the numeric data, right? So machine will not understand will the string or some date time data or something like that. So we have to convert everything to numeric. Only then it will be able to understand it. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to split it. So we have two different types of tokenizers. One is word tokenizer and sentence tokenizer. So sentence tokenizer is nothing but we can just split the paragraph into sentences. Word tokenizer is nothing but we can split the sentences into words. Okay, those are nothing but tokenizers. Then we have something called POS tagger. What do you mean by that POS tagger? That is, everybody would have come across about that in your school days itself. Parts of speech. Okay, so again you have to go back to school days and you have to check what is noun, what is verb singular, what is verb plural. Okay, noun plural, noun singular, those things and all. So POS stands for parts of speech. You have to tag each and every word which part it belongs to. That is nothing but POS tagger. Okay, chunker. That's nothing but chunking, we can say. We have a process called chunking and chinking. Chunking is nothing but extracting the noun phrases, that is known noun phrases from the text. Or else you can write your own regular expression. For example, you need only verb from the text, or you need verb followed by noun from the text. Okay, that is nothing but chunking. Chinking is nothing but from the extracted text, whichever is not required, you can just remove those. Okay, so for those, regular expression will be used. Okay, so we have some meta characters with respect to regular expression in Python, right? Like dot, dot star, dot plus, those things will be used for that. And then we have something called stemming and lemmatization. See, consider some action words. Walking. Okay, let me write it. That will be better actually. Let me just write walking, walks, walked. Yeah. Okay, so I have something like this. Walking, walks, walks. So now, if I want the root word, that is the base word is nothing but walk. So we have to convert these action words to base word. If there is walking, I have to convert to walk. If there is walks, I have to convert to walk. If there is walked, I have to convert to walk. Okay, so what we will do is we will convert the inflated form of the words to a base form of the word. That process is called stemming and lemmatization. Okay, so both are same. Basically, both are used for normalizing the words. Okay, but more than stemming, lemmatization is used, because whenever you use stemming, right, the resultant word will not be the proper word. For example, if I say something like this, studying, I'll be getting something like this, studi. which is not the proper word at all, right? So stemming may lead to unmeaningful words. Okay, stemming will lead to unmeaningful words. But lemmatization, you can set the context. Like, I want this particular word should be converted to the proper meaningful word. That is called lemmatization. So more than stemming, lemmatization is being used because it's a more powerful operation and it takes into considering all morphological analysis of the words. So basically, it returns the word which is the base form of all its inflectional forms. All right. So that is the difference between stemming and lemmatization. And then we have named entity recognition. So this is used to separate the name of the country, name of the person, okay, from this sentence. For example, if I write Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India, okay, so it will tag Narendra Modi as the person, India as a country. Okay, that's nothing but named entity detection. Okay, so and then we have the dependency parser and we have the co-reference parser, relationship parser in order to parse the particular values. So before sending the input to the model, that will be converted to the dictionary. So we have so many techniques in order to convert words to numbers. We have the bag of words technique or count vectorizer technique, okay, n-gram technique, okay. So we have n number of techniques for that. All right. So those techniques will be used in order to convert the text to numeric. All right. And these are the applications of NLP, information retrieval. Okay. So relationship extraction, name entity recognition, sentiment analysis. So what do you mean by sentiment analysis? So we will discuss that. Okay. Word sense and disambiguation, text similarity. Okay. Co-reference resolution, discourse analysis. Okay, machine translation, we have seen that, right? Language translator. And then automatic summarization and paraphrasing. Anyways, we will be seeing as a demo, text summarization. And then natural language generation, reasoning over knowledge based, quotation answering system, dialogue system, image captioning, and other multimodal tasks. So if you cover the use cases, we have something called like translation application, error detection, IVR application. Okay, so in today's world, everybody is using Siri, My Google, right? So it's all part of NLP, that is personal voice assistant, predicting disease, classifying emails, whether it is a spam or not. Okay, and what do you mean by sentiment analysis? Okay, so it's nothing but discovering people opinions, emotions, and feelings about a product or service. So consider one Hollywood movie is released. Okay, because Hollywood movie is released all over the world, right? Okay, all over the world will be having there is, let's say, lakhs of reviewers will be there. Okay, so anybody can write a review on that particular movie. So if a director or producer wants to know the review of a movie, okay, so they can't read, that is they can't go through all the movie reviews. It's very difficult, right? So if there are some 2 reviews or 3 reviews, yes, humans can read. But if there are some 1,000 reviews or 10,000 reviews or 1 lakh reviews, okay, so it will take ages to complete, right? And also they have to categorize like this much percentage of positive reviews and this much percentage of negative reviews have been given. How they will classify? Okay, how they will classify it? So it's because after certain occasions, human beings will get tiredness, right? So will be tired. Okay, so we can work 8 hours per day, not more than that. All right. So if I want to know, okay, so this much, that there is this percentage of people have given positive reviews, this percentage of people have given negative reviews, okay, so I can design my that is I can ask my system, okay, so system, please give me the percentage of positive reviews and please give me the percentage of negative reviews, something like that, okay. So this NLP is used. That's the thing, but sentiment analysis, so you can see it's not only on the movies, okay, so you can review, okay, so you can review on the product also, and also like for example, if you want to give the feedback on the particular trainer or particular lead, okay, so that can also be done using this particular stuff. All right, that's nothing but sentiment analysis, okay, right. So now python is used, okay, in NLP. There is NLP can be implemented in Python. So before that, let me give you some introduction to Python. So it's developed by Guido van Rossum in early 1990s. So name Python is derived from the television series called Monty Python's Flying Circus. So basically, Guido van Rossum doesn't mean it's a snake. Okay, so he just extracted the character. Okay, so he loved the character Python in that particular series. So Python is a funny character basically. Okay, in that particular television series. So he loved the particular character so much, and then he just extracted the character name Python from that particular sorry. Uh, and then if you want to download the Python, okay, so you can download core Python from this particular website, and if you want to download Anaconda Python, you can download from this particular website. Okay, so the thing is, what is the difference between core Python and Anaconda Python? Okay, so core Python is the one, okay, so which is maintained by PSF, that is Python Software Foundation. So whenever any new version of Python is being launched, you can find it over there. All right, so only the core libraries will be installed as part of the Python which is available in this particular website. So if you want the data science libraries has to be installed, okay, when you install Python, then you can download Anaconda Python. Okay, and also if you install Python from this particular website, you can you will be having only one particular editor called idle. Then you have to install the editor explicitly. For example, if you want to work with PyCharm or Jupyter, okay, you have to install it explicitly. But if you install Anaconda Python, by default you'll be having PyCharm, Jupyter Notebook, and then Spider. Okay, so these three editors, there is PyCharm is added with the latest version of Anaconda version. Okay, so not in the earlier versions. Okay, but whenever any new version of Python is being launched, you can find that only in this. Okay, so Anaconda will take some time. Okay, so to bring in the latest version into that. All right. Yeah, so the modules that can be used with NLT, that is NLP in Python, it's NLTK and then sklearn. Sklearn is for machine learning library. NLTK is it's completely for natural language processing. Okay. Yeah, why Python for NLP? Yes, first thing is it is easy to learn, read, and maintain. Second one, we have n number of libraries and it generates bytecode. Third, it's an interpreted language and also it is interactive. Okay, so the one which I'm going to give the demo is nothing but Jupyter, is nothing but graphical user interface version of interactive Python. All right. Then we have portable and open source language. It supports OOPS. Okay, that is if you want to implement program in structural oriented programming, yes, you can do it. Or if you want to implement in OOPS, yes, you can do it. It's all depends on the developer. And it is derived from languages like Modular 3, C, C++, Unix shell scripting. Okay, and it supports GUI programming. We have something called TK modules. Using that, you can develop desktop applications as well, and it is scalable and it is easily extendable. And it is indented, right? So indentation is the basic feature in Python, right? Yes. Now let's get into the demo. Anyways, I have opened the notebook over here. All right. So now we have, as a first step, I have imported all the libraries over here. Import NLTK from nltk.corpus. What do you mean by corpus? Corpus is nothing but it's a collection of data set, we can say. Okay. So corpus is nothing but it's a collection of data set. So from nltk.corpus, import stop words. Okay. So stop words we will discuss about that. All right. And then we have imported the tokenizers, like from nltk.tokenize, import word tokenize and cell tokenize. Then NumPy, it's a basic library for in data science. Then I have something called collections import counter, and then from operator import item getter. So this is used to count the number of occurrences of a particular word in a particular sentence. Okay, if you want to count the number of words in a particular sentence, okay, then you can use this counter. And similarly, if you want to sort based on some ascending order or descending order, okay, then you can use this item getter, that is from the operator module. So now let me just execute this. Yes, it's done because I have executed already, so that's why it was so fast. Okay, then I have some sentence, example sentence, like this is a sample sentence showing of the stop words filtration. Okay, consider this is the input which I have received from external application. Now I want to remove the unwanted words from this particular sentence. Okay, so now we have something called stop words is equal to stop words dot words of English. Okay, that is we are reading all English stop words. So now if I just print that, you can see these are all unwanted words. Even if you remove these words, okay, even if you remove these words from this particular sentence, the meaning will never change. But you can ask something. For example, see, I have something written like must in stop words. So this particular statement is used to check whether this particular word is present in stop words or not. All right. So now you can see it is false, and then now you can see very in stop words it is true. Very is present. You can see here very where it is present. Very okay. It is present actually. So that's why it is giving true. So now you can ask. See, while writing a movie review, okay, somebody can write it's a good movie. Somebody can write it's a very good movie, right? So that review makes difference, right? Because there very is insisting that movie is fantastic or excellent, something like that. So in that case, you should not remove the word very from the text. So like that, there are so many words, okay, that will increase the positiveness in the review. For example, up, we can say, okay, up, or we can say in, okay, or else we can say something like, mm, yeah, underperformance, okay, which insisting on negative reviews, right? Underperformance. Okay, so now what you can do is it is not mandatory that you should consider only these words. Okay, you should not consider only these words. What you can do is you can remove few stop words from this, or you can add some more stop words to this. See, what is the type actually? It is a list. List is mutable. Okay, so now if I say, okay, now if I say here type of stop words, you can see it's a class list. I can do whatever I need with this particular input, right? I can do whatever I need. That is, I can add some more words. I can remove whatever words which are required for me to consider. That is to separate the text, whether it is positive or negative. Okay, so I can do whatever I need actually, right? So, and then now we are removing the stop words. How to remove the stop words? First, we are tokenizing into words. Okay, now you can see I'm just tokenizing into the words, that is word tokenize example sentence dot lower. Okay, so now you can see this is the word tokenizer. Now this is a sentence. This is a sentence. I'm splitting it into the words. Then what we are doing over here, I am just removing the stop words. I am writing the list comprehension with respect to Python. W for W in word tokens, that is, I'm iterating through these word tokens, and then I'm checking if W are not in stop words. If it is not present in stop words, only then add it to the list. Now you can see it has removed all the stop words. Okay, then let me execute. Then I'm just converting it to a string. See, this is a list again, right? I want to convert to a list actually. Sorry, a string. Okay, from list. So I have converted to string now. Okay, right? And then what I'm doing, I'm just removing these commas and dot because I don't want that. Okay, so further I can reduce some 2 characters in that, right? So I can remove the punctual characters over here. All right, so now you can see, right? So just a second. Yes. So now you can see the converted text is nothing but sample sentence showing stop words filtration. So what is the actual sentence? This is a sample sentence showing of the stop words filtration. And what is the converted sentence? Sample sentence showing stop words filtration. The meaning is not at all changed. You can see here. The meaning is not at all changed. The meaning is same, right? So this is nothing but text cleaning. Okay, it is nothing but text cleaning. All right, and quickly I will run through the text summarization as well. So over here I have some code to do the text summarization. That is, we have the generate text summary. Okay, so whatever input that I provide over here, that will be summarized. So for that, first we are converting paragraph to sentences. Then we are cleaning the input, that is removing the square brackets and digits, removing non-alphabetic characters, convert more than one space to a single space. Everything we are doing it. Then what we are doing, we are converting to words. Okay, first we are converting paragraph to sentences. Then we are cleaning the input. Then we are converting to words. Then we are removing the stop words from this particular word tokens. Then what we are doing, finding the number of occurrences of each and every word. Okay, so for that we have something called frequency distribution. So it is just a single line code basically. Okay, it is not required to write some complex logic for you. Okay, so this gives you the occurrences of each and every word in a particular sentence. Okay, then we are calculating the weight of each and every word in. There is, what do you mean by weight? See, for example, consider I have something like this. Okay, so I have something like keep walking, keep running, keep studying, something like that. Okay, So now if I just want to count the number of occurrences of each and every word, I can say keep is nothing but 3 times, walking is nothing but 1 time, running is nothing but 1 time, and studying is nothing but 1 time. Okay. Now which has the maximum number of occurrences? So keep. So we have to retrieve the maximum value from all the occurrences. Okay. And then what we have to do is we have to divide it by the maximum. That is 3 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, and then 1 by 3. All right. And then what we have to do, we have to find the weight. Weight is 3 by 3 is 1, and then 1 by 3 is 0.33, then again 0.33, and then again 0.33. Or let's say keep walking here. Okay. So it will be like 2. So 2 by 3 is 0.66. Okay. Running is something. So now we don't have this. So now what we have to do, we have to find. See, this is one sentence. This is one sentence. This is one sentence. We need to find the weight of each and every sentence. Okay. So keep walking. Okay. So what will be the weight? The summation of weights of these two words. So what is the weight over here? 1.66. And keep running is nothing but 0.33. Okay. And then keep walking again, it is 1.66. So at the end, what we will do, we will create a dictionary by considering this as the key and this as the value. So what is the purpose of dictionary in Python? It will remove the duplicates, right? Keys cannot be repeated, right? Keys cannot be repeated. So in that case, what will happen? We will not be having multiple occurrences of keep walking. Okay. So now this has the maximum weight and this has the minimum weight actually. So now we can retrieve top 1 sentence, top 2 sentence, top 3 sentence. That is nothing but that is top n sentences or nothing but the summarization of the entire text. Okay, so that is what we have we have done it over here. Okay, see for example, this is my actual text. Okay, that is so keep working, keep striving, never give up. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Yeast is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Yeast is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work. This is the actual text. Now I want to summarize this. Let me summarize this. See here. This is the summarization now. Now the whatever I want to convey the message to the audience from this particular text, the same message has been conveyed using this particular text. For example, if I say 2 also should be fine. See here, yeast is a greater threat to progress and hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See now. So whatever I want to convey to the audience, so I can easily convey from it over here. Okay, so this is how you have to summarize it. All right, so this is just a simple use case in NLP. So apart from this, we have n number of use cases. Okay, the thing is, anyways, we have discussed it over here, right? Yeah. Okay. News classification, email classification, okay, sentiment analysis, IVR application, language detection, okay, so predicting addresses, error detection. So there are n number of use cases. See, even we are using it day-to-day life. Okay, the one which I have shown. Okay, the one which I have shown in Gmail, right? Text sequence prediction. Okay, that is also one of the use cases in NLP. So guys, clear? Right. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask now. Over to you, Payal.
Thanks, Mohan. Thanks for your valuable insights on NLP technology. I'm sure it was certainly a very informative session for all of you. If you guys are interested in learning more about NLP or other technologies, Do check out our batches of VILT trainings on our website springpeople.com. These VILT trainings are leveraged online from the comforts of your home and flexible as per your schedule and location. If you do not find any suitable batches, we would be happy to discuss and schedule private batches for you. For more information, do write to us at training@springpeople.com or call on our number displayed on the current slide. Now we'll be opening the forum for Mohan to answer questions that we have received during the presentation. So Mohan, you can start you can start answering the questions you have received.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, guys, you can ask for questions. Yeah. Thank you, Joydeep. So this is just an introduction to NLP. That is, if you take text classification problem itself, okay, we can approach in several ways. Okay, so not only in one way actually. So that is, if you remember, I have talked about yeah, so if you remember, I have talked about this one, bag of words, count vectorizer, so many things, right? Yes. Yeah. So can you describe more about lemmatization? Yeah. See, lemmatization is nothing but it's just the process of finding the meaningful word, okay, from the inflectional form of words actually, okay. So it is used to remove the inflectional endings and it helps in returning the base or dictionary form of a word, which we also call it as lemma. And so we have something called WordNet. Okay, so WordNet something. Okay, so in that we have all the words basically. Okay, so it will just take the inflected form of the particular word and it will be searched in that WordNet classifier. Okay, so and then it will retrieve the actual form of the word. Okay, the thing is, see, it doesn't mean that it will always retrieve the actual form of the word. Okay, so for example, we have some parameter, okay, like POS tag or something like that. Okay, so you have to set that particular context whenever you do lemmatization. Otherwise, for example, see, let me come back to this. Whenever you say lemmatization, okay, without setting the context, walking will be converted to walking only without setting the context. So while converting the word, okay, you have to set, like I want a verb out of it, something like that. As POS tag is equal to V, you have to mention. Only then it will be converted to walk. Unless you set that particular POS tag, it will never be converted to walk. All right. Akash Jain. All right, Akash Jain. Yeah, thank you. I think Akash Shans Jain, is it? Okay. Yeah, Anup, what are the challenges we face if you want to implement NLP in Java language? Okay, so first of all, I don't know Java. Okay, so I am completely into Python. So what I am thinking is you have to write so many lines of code. So from the Python background, I'm telling. Okay, so the thing is, see, normally speaking, when compared to Java, right? Like if you are writing some 80 lines of code in Java, okay, you can achieve the same thing in 16 lines of code in Python. That is, in Python, we have n number of libraries. Okay, so that is the advantage in Python. And it is very simple to use. Yeah, thank you, Anu. Yeah. I think this is the question to Payal. Payal, Sri Jace
Yes,
is asking the
Mohan.
question
Yeah,
on will the recording
Srijis,
to
the
be shared
recording.
with.
Correct. Srijis, the recording will be shared latest by Monday or so.
Any other questions, guys? Yeah, thank you, Vivek. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. We shall be sending out the webinar recording to all you participants soon. I request you to kindly provide feedback before signing off, which will help us to improve the quality of the future events. Thanks again for joining us today. Signing off on behalf of Spring People. Hope to see you again for your next expert webinar. Wish you all
Yeah,
a very happy and safe Diwali. Bye bye.
yes. Thank you, Fire. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Diwali.